Hey guys and gals, got another one for you today. Today I'm in my Mouse, platoon up with B Hoops. He's in his Panzer 7, and we are on Fisherman's Bay in counter battle. So in our super heavies, what we want to do is take city, and then hopefully that our team doesn't lose the left side of the map, which is very important. If we can just hold city until they clean that up, we should be good. And it's been a while since I got to platoon up with B Hoop, so I was pretty excited to get some good games in tonight with him. They have 3 Arties. They have E100, IS-4, 2 T10s, M103, Wizard 111, 114. You know, a lot of heavies that might meet us there in the city. And I see that it's just me and B Hoop, so I let him know that we just need to set up a good defense in the backside of town and try to avoid artillery, and we should be okay. Probably won't have magnificent damage games, but definitely can win the game this way. So he spots some heavy tanks, wants to take some shots. I didn't really feel comfortable with the shot that I had, so I didn't take it. We're not really sure where Artie's at, so we're just going to set up the defense here. He does start to push up a little farther than what I wanted him to, but honestly, if they get onto the F line, it's going to be pretty tough for us to dig out of here. So one already shoots and he's like an A9, but the other one shoots and he's like an A1. So we're kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't. We're just going to have to try to avoid Artie as much as possible if we can. It's going to be trying to keep something in the front of us and to the left of us. Here's another couple heavies that did join us. And Hoops is getting battered by artillery right now. And now these guys can see him, so they're going to start shooting on. And I don't do much until later in the match. So to get rid of Artie, get away from Artie, he goes up to this pile to cover his lower plate. They do have a T10 that took an advanced location. T10's hitting him in the side of the head. So I tell him that I'm going to go take care of him. He needs to keep his armor facing forward. Just try to absorb as much damage as possible. Now there's a T10 behind him, so I tell him don't worry about it. If you turn your turret around, you're going to get destroyed by those 2 in front of you. T10 hits him, then I start pushing on that T10. The other one backed up, and my heavy has him locked down. So as long as I can lock this one down, Hoops should be okay here. Waiting for the T10 to pull back out. Now Hoops is down to 68 hit points, so he understands that he's pretty much just cannon fodder, and he just needs to try to take as many shells as possible before dying to let us allow our team to take advantage of the map. This M103 continues to shoot HE at him, slowly chipping him away. And now I've moved behind him. I'll get to me now. Are you kidding me? Sorry about this. Wish there was an easier way. Alright. So I killed a Sheridan that was flanking him, and then also a T10. I didn't kill both of them, but I essentially pushed them both off of them. Already killed the T10, I believe. I killed the Sheridan. And now that M103 is poking over there. And I really don't know what my T10 is doing. Maybe he was watching down the same road as me. But Hoops, now that he's dead, he's just going to help me get through this situation. So I tracked that wizard. Was hoping to get some damage in. I just didn't load my gun fast enough. And now I have a 105 behind me and a T10. This 105, once he's clipped out, is no threat to me, so I'm not going to worry about him. And now, if I can get a shot, I'm going to try to shoot him. This wizard shoots the gun of the dead T10. He didn't really have a great angle on me, so I wasn't too worried about it, but that definitely made sure that he didn't pen me. So the 105 ran off, and you can see him now in G0. Looks like he's going to go attack my other heavy tank, which to me is good. He's going to buy some time for me. Already gives me a nice assist with this 1-4. I won't have to reload my gun again. And hilarity ensues when an E100 spotted in D9. Like, he's potentially been there the whole game, and he hasn't done anything for his team. So often you see the heavy tanks that I see that don't make impacts are E100s, T32s. For some reason, if you're in those tanks, you need to sit back and camp. They're both really good tanks when used correctly, but for some reason, people just don't know how to use them. Honestly, if used incorrectly, they are pretty miserable. So Artie gives me another assist with that 105, and it's pretty much just clean up at this point. So even though Hoops didn't have like a huge damage game, we couldn't have done this without him taking that much damage. Had he been dead, they would have been more confident in their push and been able to surround us a lot easier. But the fact that he stayed alive for that long allowed us to maneuver where we wanted to on the map. So the Bat Chat kills our scout and then drowns himself, like the cowardly Artie does. It just felt like this E100 was avoiding me the whole time, just trying to get an easy kill on the T10. Even though he's a tier 10 heavy tank that should have been in the battle the whole time, he was not. So he shoots at my side armor, and now he's going to get real German love here. I'm going to show him what a real German super heavy is all about. I do block my T10 shell, which I kind of feel bad about. Get 147 ramming damage on an E100. And now I'm angling my turret, so if he shoots it, he's going to bounce. And he decides to shoot my T10 instead. So I just put my APCR right through his cheek. Give him my angle, and he knows enough not to shoot it. And I got him pinned right up into that building so he can't do anything. Artie gives me a little tap on the head. I salute. And that is the end of the game. So no ace tankers here, but it's fun to get back into tanks with B-hoops and sling some of our super heavies around, impose our wills on people. And a lot of things, people don't want to take the role that Hoops took, just to absorb damage for the team, even though it's so helpful. Let's see, that's the wrong match. So he only did 600 damage. Everything he was shooting at was hull down behind the pile of rubble. But he ended up blocking 4,700. And then I did 4,700 damage. Couldn't have done it without him taking that 4,700 damage right away. But I blocked 5,300. I took over being the cannon fodder, and they weren't in a position to really be able to shoot me because Hoops allowed me to get the map positioning on them. So between us, we both blocked 10 grand. And that's really how you make an impact in your super heavy. It's not always about damage. Sometimes you just got to be the defensive shield for your team. Now that's hard for a lot of people, especially ones that chase WN8, but you guys know that I like to win games, and I've kind of fallen in love with the mouse because it just makes the enemy team decide, are we going to kill this mouse, or are we going to focus on the guys that are flanking us right now? And it adds that extra element to the game. Alright, that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.